Hey guys, Travis Cook here, learning how to think. And it's the 20th of October 2020. And so, if you haven't seen already, they were victorious. The gyms in Liverpool were victorious. And it seems that they've not only won for gyms and leisure centres in Liverpool, but the entire country. They have shown through peaceful measures how it's possible to fight back against these insane restrictions. There was no shots fired, no buildings destroyed, no people hurt, at least physically. And they did it. They've been overturned. The government had to go back on their policy, and I imagine they're feeling pretty damn good about themselves right now as they have fought back and won. This is how we do it, guys. You saw how they clearly were solid in their knowledge. And even though they're going by the official statistics, all of this, but even the official statistics shows how low risk these places are, and they stood their ground, and now they are able to enjoy being open again, as they should, as it is their human right to do so. So, it's amazing. This shows the power of the people. The people stood behind them, the people supported them financially, they shared the information like wildfire. Even the press had to be involved, and supposedly they were actually pretty good, apart from when he had to go onto a Sky interview. I think he said one of the guys was treated a little bit unfairly, he thought, but the people that actually came out to him, the frontline reporters, we said was really solid. And now he's getting, one of the guys, Nick, is getting coverage from the New York Times. So it's very, very inspiring, folks. So now, where can we go from here? Because still, there are many businesses suffering, many people unnecessarily being locked down and having their livelihoods destroyed. And if they don't want that, if they don't think this is right, if they want to stand up and fight against this, use the example these guys did in Liverpool. There was a few of them. I think it was actually there was a few that I was following. You had Prophecy, Bodytech, and Empowered Fit, but I think about 75% supposedly of the gyms in Liverpool. I don't know if they all stayed open or they wanted to stay open, but they supported this. So, if your businesses are being affected right now, this is how you do it. Gather a few people in your community who run the same sort of establishment. Get the numbers, although the numbers are for sure false, but still get the numbers and see that this isn't a very deadly disease. Anyway, even going by the official statistics, be solid in your knowledge. Get public awareness of what you're doing. Tell the people what you're doing, and you never know what you can accomplish. You might just be able to get your business back online, as it should be, as a free person of this country. Should be allowed the right to work, allowed to be happy. So, with victories like this, I can't see the lockdowns progressing much further than what's already been laid out with the tier system. Although it's, in my eyes, any lockdown's too much, and we need to keep fighting. This is a victory. What happened, it's still, the battle isn't over. But if you see Wales is going into lockdown, like full lockdown again. But from what I'm seeing, the little bit of anecdotal data I get from the group, from a man in Wales who was saying he knows a businessman who wants this. He's like, okay, don't even want my business anymore. As long as I'm safe, as long as the government can keep me safe from this virus with a 99% survival rate, then I don't even need this business that I've probably worked my entire life to get to this point. I don't even need it. Take it away. Take away my right to freedom and liberty, as long as I can have the illusion of safety. So if there are people like that, I don't know what the fuck you can do about that. If people really, really choose that, then so be it. That is their choice. But they shouldn't impact everyone else who wants to live freely, who wants to enjoy life, who wants to be able to work and be of service to people and earn money and contribute to the world, to do all these things that make life worth living and enjoyable and rewarding. They should have the choice to do that. And if you don't want to do that, if you want to stay locked up for the rest of your life, you want to wear the mask for the rest of your life, and you'll gladly take this vaccine that's guaranteed not to be safe because you haven't quite managed to think for yourself, well then so be it. That is your choice. But don't infringe on the people who want to be free. So I'm very, very excited and inspired by that. Very happy to see that. That was a big win for the people that won. I played my part. I did what I can, getting the information out on my social medias. And I even did a song, if you haven't checked it out yet. It's the Resistance UK song, specifically for this group that I've created. But also just in general for the entire UK. Just to show my patriotic spirit for this country that is developing even more so even more, especially for the people. I really do love the people of this place, even if the society around us is pretty fucked. I love the people, and I do see a very positive future for humanity, and the UK specifically. If we continue on this path, Brexit's coming up, and it seems that it's either the EU bows to our demands or we get a no-deal Brexit, which sounds pretty good to me. Either way, and that 2021 could be really good for the UK. We just have to get rid of this COVID bullshit, shake people up out of all of that, make sure not so many people, hopefully nobody gets the damn vaccine, but I think that's highly unlikely. I'm sure there are some people out there that really want this vaccine, but what we can do about that. But even with all of that, it's still, I think the potential is there for the next year to be awesome. It could be really, really good. I recently saw an article, it's quite old actually, I think it was published at the start of this year, that's saying about there was over 1,000 businesses that were going to set up their first office in the UK after Brexit. Like their first office. And 1,400 other, I think it was over 1,400 applied for this. So what does that say? I mean, we're given all this scaremongering in the media about how it's going to be really bad in the economy, but I actually think it's going to be amazing. So we'll see how it all plays out. I'm quite optimistic. And if you haven't seen it yet already, me and Ryan Gilmore, so we've released one part of it, and we're going to be recording the other parts this week. And it's an in-depth, part series going into all of the stuff going on right now, and about masks and about germ theory. Have we got germ theory wrong? Where does that come from? It's a great presentation that Ryan's built, and it's amazing. I'm personally learning a lot. I'm quite enjoying just letting him do his thing and contributing where I can. It's very informative, so I'd highly recommend you check that out. Part 1 is out of yesterday, and part 2 will be released next week. And I'm not sure how many parts there's going to be, because we wasn't even a third of the way through his slides. So this could be a 3 or 4 part thing, maybe more if we decide to break it up a little bit, because it can get a little bit lengthy. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, things are rolling along quite nicely. And my book, if you haven't already seen, I was doing a fundraiser, still going. I've got 2 weeks left, and I'm quite excited to, I don't know, even if the fundraiser ended now, it's okay. I could have enough money to put up the rest from myself, and I can have my book published. So it's very exciting for me. My second album's not far away from being done. So personally, things are falling into place for me, and I wish the same for you, even in these crazy times. And let's see what the future holds.